did Adam Silver actually fire Jeff Van Gundy from ESPN? I came across this post or this article, I may say, from the New York Post that was about Jeff Van Gundy's future. And basically, what they were saying is that although he had a great time as a broadcaster, that he's looking forward to getting back into coaching, that he's looking for a challenge, and that teams, like the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics have actually been calling his phone ever since he got fired. It wouldn't be as an head coach, but he would be as an assistant. They believe in his ability to provide insight, talk to the players, is fairly liked and everything. So I thought that was cool, right? But as I kept on reading it, I came across this section that was a quote from Dog Russo, and I want you to listen to what he had to say. I quote, ESPN will never admit it. They're going to say it's all call nonsense. Why would they get rid of a great team? That team is a great team with Mike Green, Russo said. You're not going to convince me that team that everybody likes, nobody doesn't like that team. That leads me to the conclusion that someone in the league office must have told ESPN, I want Van Gundy out. We all know he's biting. We all know he gets on the officials. We all know he doesn't hold back with his NBA opinions. So, if you're asking me, little talk show host, who may not know a thing, this is just my opinion. Silver is the one who fired Van Gundy. Silver told ESPN, I want him out. And I end the quote right here. My question is, what are we doing? Like, seriously, what are we doing? I hate, these terms that, people are pawns, people are puppets, tokens. I don't like to use these terms. But at some point, like, what are we doing? Like, Mad Dog Russo, he may be wrong, but just the fact that, the man is actually working at the network. So for him to have such an opinion, that means that he would have some kind of insights of the stuff that can happen behind the curtains, behind the scenes. And that's possible. And my thing is, why are we so big on controlling what people have to say on TV? Like, why can't we just be on TV and have people, as long as they remain somewhat respectful, say whatever they want to say, whatever they feel, especially when they're skilled and knowledgeable about the game, like Jeff Van Gundy? So you mean to tell me that Adam Silver, who supposedly has nothing to do with the NBA, was like, yeah, the man is just too candid out there. The man is just, too honest, so we're going to get him up out of here. And he would just call Disney and say, have him fired? Like, that's insane to me. And how are we supposed to consume these shows knowing that, or just with these type of thoughts in mind that, that type of stuff can happen? We have Stephen A. Smith, for example, on there, who's such a big figure. But he can only go so far, or someone may, call Disney and say, get Stephen A. up out of here. Just like that. Jeff Van Gundy was very good at his job. And that might be an understatement. The man was pretty much flawless as a broadcaster. And they still got him up out the way like it was nothing. This is ridiculous. And this is basically what Kyrie was talking about, what he called the media pawns. I didn't want to believe it. I was like, nah, man. I feel like, although, they criticize the players, it feels genuine to me. But comes to find out, they might actually never be genuine on there. Or they may go, somewhat into their thoughts, but they will always stop just because there is always that big hammer on top of their heads that they can just get fired like that, although they're doing a great job. And at this point, like, I feel like this is why, new podcasts, new shows, when we have, for example, It Is What It Is with Mason Cameron, when you can just tell that these guys are genuine, they say however they feel, regardless if it's actually smart, respectful, dumb. This is their thoughts. This is why people tune in onto these shows. Like, at this point, like, TV will be headed the same way as the radio has been, When people will be like, nah, I ain't feel like hearing such bullshit. Let me just, pay a subscription somewhere and be able to pick whatever I want to listen to. And it's going to die if we keep on filtering people's thoughts or anything. I know like these networks, they are all about the bottom line. Basically, it's all about the stakeholders. So you do not want to ruffle some feathers, because if the stakeholders get unhappy, they will just pull their investment out of the company and then they lose money. But damn, at some point we have to respect the customer and we have to have some type of integrity. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about this. And I just hope that it isn't true, and I hope that we get to hear more. But my feeling is that this will just die and fly completely under the radar. But shout out to my dog Russo, man, for him to still be at the network and to have the balls to go out there and say something like this. Yeah, I respect that. So, anyways, get in the comment section and give me your thoughts about this whole thing, man. Do you believe that at this point it just pawns on TV? Do you actually believe that my dog Russo may be onto something? And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys for checking me out. Peace.